I have morel mushrooms at home, so I want to make something with morel mushrooms and chicken. I'm quickly going to tell you the ingredients I've used, but generally speaking, if you don't have morel mushrooms, you can use some fresh mushrooms, except that these are really flavorful, and I picked them up in Chitral. They're dried, so I've put them into hot water to dehydrate it. I shall cut it into thin pieces, small sizes. Like I said before, if you don't have morel, use fresh mushrooms. I'm going to be making chicken fillets with morel mushrooms, garlic, onions, with sun-dried tomatoes and a really nice white sauce. So stay tuned for this recipe. 600 grams of boneless breast fillet pieces, and I've cut this into 2 by 2 inch slices. I've also taken 1/4 teaspoon each of paprika powder, salt, pepper, parsley dried, oregano dried, dill dried, and garlic powder. I'm going to mix this up. I've also added 1/2 teaspoon of corn flour to this just to make it a little soft. Mix this. 2 tablespoons olive oil and 2 tablespoons butter. Cook both sides 2 to 3 minutes each side. Remove from pan, and in the same pan add a little bit of butter, approximately 1.5 tablespoon, and I'm only going to use 1 sliced onion in this and 1 tablespoon of garlic. Okay, so just because it shouldn't burn, I'm going to add a little bit of water while I deglaze this pan with the onions and the garlic. Now this pan has all the juices of the chicken, butter, the herbs, the salt, pepper, paprika, onions and garlic together. This is a great stock for this. So I'm just going to wait for the water to evaporate a little bit, and I'm going to saute the garlic and onions, and in the meantime I want to show you I have morel mushrooms that I have soaked in water. It's time to cut this up into small bits. Squeeze the water out. If you're using fresh mushrooms, obviously you don't have to do any of this. You just have to slice the fresh mushrooms, and that's what's going to go up next along with the onions and garlic once the onion garlic has sauteed. This is what morel mushrooms looks like, and because it's dried, I washed it really well before soaking it in hot water. Now morel mushrooms are crazy expensive. I mean, I don't even want to tell you how much I got them for, but because I found them in Chitral, I picked it up immediately. Okay, that's sauteing well. I'm going to add the mushrooms now. And I have 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes that I've chopped up. I'm going to add that now too. Smelling great. Add the chicken back into the mix. Stir it. Okay, at this point I'm going to recommend you use the mushroom water. If you don't have that, then you use 1/2 cup to 1 cup of water. Add a chicken stock cube and 2 to 3 tablespoons of cream. You can use more cream if you like. I thought this was more than enough. The next thing I'm going to add is 2 to 3 teaspoons of cream cheese. Now this may look like a few of my other recipes, including the balsamic chicken, but it tastes very different. Squeeze of lemon or 2 squeezes of lemon, and let's cover this and cook this on low heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. This is ready, and I promise you guys this is one of the best chicken recipes I've ever made. I know that morel mushrooms really count for something, but fresh mushrooms also does a great job, and if you have truffle oil, you just pour that over this right now. Serving this with multi-grain brown bread. This is a French bread. You may choose an Italian bread and make a little salad alongside this. I love this recipe, and I really want you to make this soon. Thank you for watching this recipe and much more on If Nat Can Cook.